was exceptionally daring, but daring in a very dignified manner. Steve, that is captured in some of the writings and the readings that we have done, started the Red Army within Jubilee. He was involved in the campaigns for the former President Uhuru Kenyatta. He was also involved in the campaigns for the former Prime Minister, Raila Amolo Odinga. As Gedai was saying, he is going to take us to the mountain. Within the political establishment, we were looking for people who are articulate, people who are clear-minded, people who are dignified, who believed in that cause. It was not easy. But Steve came around naturally. And he dared where many others, perhaps many seated here, would not have dared, to carry that message, and especially in Mount Kenya region. He did it without insulting anybody, but he remained committed to the cause. I went to Bondo with a team of KCE, which was led by Wachira Kiago and the Secretary General who has left. And one of the other persons who dared at that time to entrench the handshake was Steve. He was in Bondo, leading a team of young people, because he believed that bringing the young people together was one of the most important things that he could have done at that time. And he never just believed, he took a step, he alishukua hatua. Na yeye mwenyewe na wengine ambao wachache huenda ikawa wako hapa, akawaongoza na tukakutana kule Bondo. And there they met a team of young men again from the rural community, and they started that union, that coming together under the KCE. And we sat in many meetings as part of the KCE. And Steve had another quality. One, of course, he had that smile that came naturally. Many have talked about his being smart. Yeah, kufaa suti. I'm sure Githai alifaa suti leo. I say no more. He would sit there calmly. He was never quick to speak. Pengine kwingineko. Lakini tukiwa kwa ile mikutano ambayo tumekuwa nayo, yeye alikuwa anasikiza zaidi kuliko kupeleka maneno kwa mikutano kama hayo kwa mdomo. And it was very clear to me that here is a person whom we can bank on into the future, starting then. We called for a meeting one time at a hotel at Village Market as Jubilee, and we wanted some people who had the energy to do the work that we wanted to do, and that was to carry the message of Uhuru Kenyatta and the handshake. And Steve showed up. And there is where we threw the challenge and said, some of you seated here, why don't you take up the positions that have been left vacant by those many others who have moved on to other places? And within a while, I saw Steve having indicated his interest for running for the senatorial seat at Laikipia. That is the person I know for a short while, and I've certainly not for the longest time like others. But he has left a legacy. That is the joy that I come with in celebrating this life of Steve. For the young men and women who are here, you have had a perfect example of your age mate who was fearless, like others have said, but who was also very daring, but daring in a positive manner. He chose to go upstream, while others may have chosen the easier route ya kwenda kwa wale wengi walikuwako. When you see men and women doing those kind of things, those are people of character, and Steve did it. And I want to say it with this one word. He did it with dignity. Many others try to do it, but in a very indignified manner. Kama vile mzee alisema, tafadhali fuateni huo mwenendo ambao tumepatiwa na Steve. And in his activities, in his engagement within Jubilee, I've talked of the issues of the Red Army. You need to know that many of the programs of the young people or the youth that were done within Jubilee, he was the leader, to the point where he even thought through of the content. And in that team that he worked with, among many other people he worked with, was one Uhuru Kenyatta, who has made it possible, like Kireka was saying, he has made it possible for the hospital to be cleared by contributing to the tune of 500,000 shillings. And we want to thank him for that. We, as a party, we have had the desire to settle the family, mama na mtoto, and we want to say, when those ideas when we start developing that program, we will be part of it. And through Kreka, we know that we will get to know how and when, and perhaps know how we can also join in. Without doubt, we want to thank you, Mom, for bringing up Steve in the way you have done. He has left an example to this country. And of course, Paul to the family. Mama Daniel na Daniel, tunasema pole. Mwenyezi Mungu atakuwa nanyi na atawasaidia tunapoendelea pia kusaidiana pamoja. Thank you, Bishop, for the great word. We was in school together. See a bishop, hapana. Ingine tulisoma pamoja. Lakini when we were in school, I could never tell that he would ever be a bishop. I'm sure he would never have said that I would have been a politician. Not because of anything, but because we were engaged in very different line of thought those days. But I'm always happy when I sit and listen to you. This is not my first time or the last time, I believe. And I want to thank you for what you are doing. I have met you severally with the team of young people. Thank you for the counseling that you're doing to them. God bless you. Asanteni sana na pole kwa familia.